What up, though? It's Terrell with Socialite, and we back with Market Recap. World Economic Forum is set to meet in Davos, whatever, and they're looking to discuss climate change and AI. That's at the top of the list of what they're going to be discussing. If you know about the World Economic Forum, that's where all the world's most powerful leaders come together to meet in Switzerland to discuss how they're going to navigate the upcoming events. Previously, prior to 2020, they met about a worldwide pandemic essentially before it actually happened. So the World Economic Forum can be a key indicator on what's to come. So be on the lookout of that. And speaking of AI is the main contributor as to why there have been so many mass layoffs at tech companies. Even Google, I was reading about that, and I also applied to work at Google. And I'm glad it didn't happen because I'm starting to see that there was a high likelihood that I would have got laid off from them. So maybe I dodged the bullet at the end of the day, but I really wanted to get that on my resume. I'm not gonna lie, but everything happened the way it's supposed to. If you don't know, I kind of talked about this, but Google reached out to me via LinkedIn to interview me. Their interview process was very intense. It was 3 interviews back to back, each one like an hour and a half. Prior to this process, they also let you know that they will not offer feedback whatsoever. So you will not know what you did correctly. You will not know what you could have improved on. And this is just to keep the sanctity of their hiring process. So me not getting it just showed me that I am good enough to work within this space and I know what I'm talking about. But just a free tip, if you ever do get an opportunity with them, they're not going to ask you about your working knowledge with the platforms or whatever. They're going to ask you behavioral questions. But yeah, AI is set to disrupt over a third of the global population's ability to make money. After a battle with Epic Games, Apple is set to allow payments outside of the traditional methods within its app store. And the reason they wanted to prevent this is because they make tons of money off of being able to collect fees and things of that nature just by their own in-app purchases and using their platforms and API and things of that nature. So they're going to lose a lot of money from this. So shout out Epic Games. And if you're not familiar with them, they're most famous for Fortnite. GameStop is set to shut down their NFT marketplace as the value has fell off a cliff, but NFTs in general, the value is starting to creep back up a little bit, and that's in turn because of what I discussed earlier, which is Bitcoin being used as the main driver between NFT marketplace sales. The true USD stablecoin fell under $1 to 97 cents, and this is never supposed to happen. It's supposed to stay at $1 no matter what. So this in turn caused people to start dumping it like crazy, which made the value go down even more. And this is due to, I think, something called a testament or something like that. Basically the proof of work, and people realizing that there's a delay or something like that. The real-time data isn't there, so that kind of scared people off. Glad I didn't rush to buy a home like someone was suggesting within these past 6 months, because the mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed has fell to its lowest within the past 6 months. So if you're looking to buy a house soon, I will be on the lookout for that, because the trends are showing that the rates are starting to go down. And this is a big deal because you're locked in for 30 years with these rates. So why wouldn't you want the lowest interest possible? A couple percentage points could be the difference between you paying an extra 6 figures on your house down the line, just in interest. Shein, the fast fashion company, was set to have a mega IPO. They were looking to have their valuation at around $90 billion, and they face scrutiny from the US for their ties to China, but they also face scrutiny from China because of their ties to the US. So all of these small factors played a part in the huge drop in the valuation. I believe it's around 60 or 50 billion now. So people who were hyped to be a private investor during that time, pre-IPO, they're pretty pissed because they bought in when the company it was worth a lot more what they thought it was, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Netflix is looking to go away from producing huge blockbuster type of movies, as they just inked a $5 billion deal with the WWE to own the rights to basically put out their content. And they're just looking more to shift the way that they get people to subscribe. And another thing is to offer more diverse solutions as far as things to watch as well. They're just looking for new ways to keep increasing subscriber growth, because they're stuck within this cycle of continuously having to produce record-breaking numbers over and over, or they're gonna lose a lot of money. So they're just coming up with ways to keep getting those new subscribers. So this year, a record number of boomers are expected to hit retirement age, and boomers are known for being the generation that was able to hoard wealth and hoard real estate and just all of these mass gaining financial tools. The data shows that only 43% of them have enough money for retirement. So that's a lot less than what most of us may have expected from the boomers. But yeah, they're aging out and making room for other people, even though they left the economy in shambles for us pretty much. You know, the country is being ran by them. I don't know why, because they don't really resonate to young people's problems, but it's whatever. They on their way out the door, and that's just gonna make room for somebody else. But yeah, they don't got as much saved as you would have thought. Almost half of them don't have the money for retirement. You know, the name of the game is to get everybody on a subscription and keep everybody in debt. So Klarna, the people who offer Afterpay and all of that stuff, they offer an $8 subscription to forego service fees and everything like that on specific branded items that they're partnered with, such as like Nike. Essentially, you want to stay away from all of this stuff because it's designed to keep you poor and renting and being on a subscription for everything forever and just paying interest and all of that stuff. So if you don't got the money for something, don't buy it. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like the post, like the video, comment on it. If you see this on YouTube, subscribe to it, all of the above. That motivates me to keep doing this and keep putting this type of content out. Any interaction, good, bad, negative, positive, I'm here for it all, and I welcome feedback, and I would love to read all of y'all comments and respond to them all, which I always try to do. Hit me up. I really enjoy making this, and that's it. We out.